So, a hot minute ago, I got invited to be a part of a public beta test for the international slash Western release of an app called Fancim M. M as in mobile. Um, it wasn't super clear exactly what they wanted, to be honest. They asked me for some simple things, just like, hey, just send us some assets so we can make, like, stickers and stuff for you and a banner, and I was like, okay? I don't know why you wouldn't just send me a pack of my own, so I could make it myself, and it's less work for you, but okay, sure. So, what is this app? Let me run it down for you real quick. It is a texting app. It is a... texting's not the right word, although it feels a lot like texting. I think more of a correct word would be a bizarro group chat. Let me explain. Fancim M is a private chat room for fans, but it's a group chat for influencers? On the left here, you'll see the fact that, oh, look, there's a lot of people on this side, and then obviously this is the side of your messages going outwards. You see all of this, but what each individual user sees is only their message to you, and your messages to everyone. It's kinda strange. Now, there's some other things you can do, but we'll leave it at that for now. And as you can maybe tell, there's a lot of Korean influencers that use this. This app is started in South Korea. In fact, it was mostly started for K-pop idols. Everyone who enters their birthday on their profile, you can send them, like, private cards and whatever. This thing right here, the 3 and symbols, that automatically in their system replaces those 3 symbols with whoever's username. So, to Jamie right here, it'll say, hey Jamie, happy birthday, here's a special selfie I took just for you. But it's also sending it to 10 other people who are also seeing it addressed directly to them. Yeah. It does have a fan stats thing, which, from what I can see, is in beta. So there's really not a whole lot to it yet, but I guess they have big plans or something. They also do have analytics, so you can see who is paying member, who is, who's got what birthday, what gender people are, things like shots sent, and also age, because age is something you have to put in. I don't like that Jamie is 13 to 17 years old. And is getting a message like that. So, the other thing is you can also just save special moments sent from your fans. Thank yous and whatever, and it's like, oh, that's cute, that's nice. Monetize your content directly. They have an in-app currency they call shots. 1 shot's 10 cents. So, 10 shots is $1, right? Yeah, it's a little odd. But you can hide certain things behind paywalls, essentially. Including your entire chat room if that's what you want, or the ability to talk in your chat room to you. I'll explain that later. Because there's a bunch of different room types. You can mention different people. You can, send stickers automatically when people thank you. It's some fascinating stuff. So how did I get into this mess? Well, the thing is, I know someone who got the invite. I did not. And they were like, oh, I'm really not interested in this. This sounds kind of scammy. And I was just like, I will do it. I will do it. I will go and cause problems on purpose. That sounds like fun. $100 is $100. And they were like, okay, here's the email. And forwarded me this. They are a fandom management company based in South Korea that's currently hoping over 30,000 content creators. So on and so forth. We'd love to invite you to our beta testing program ahead of our international launch. A majority of our most active users are VTubers. Okay, cool, great. We're only onboarding 20 beta testers. Okay, cool, great. Fans can't see each other's chats. Easy to manage group chat. A group chat insinuates that everyone can talk to each other. That's what the word means. So, this is inspired by fandom messengers used by K-pop idol groups. It appears one-on-one for your fans, and a group chat for content creators. Paid monthly subscriptions, one-on-one paid voice calls, and one-time donations that fans can send anytime, anywhere. And also very interesting uses of bold and italicized. I don't know why they've done it like this. But a recent analysis with just one of their creators, this is not, hey, let's do a bunch of them, it's just one. Earnings of $1,500 per month from their app alone for just being active for 10 minutes a day. Yeah, okay, sure. On average, our users' follower accounts have grown by 21%, average viewer count by 37%, and a whopping 108% increase in earnings. It's supposed to be intuitive and easy to use. And you know what? I will give them that. It is actually very intuitive and easy to use. No connecting to other platforms is a lie, because they actually do want you to connect, your other accounts, so that way your creator gets more stats. I can explain that a little bit. But yeah, they have, hey, let's look at this. Case studies. We'll get to that when we're done. But here's the paid beta information. At least 10 fans in their chat room, a brief survey, and no required usage amount. I'm holding them to this. I am recording this on the day of launch. Now, ignore this time frame. It actually started on the 18th and is going towards the end of the month. Just, I guess there were some bugs or whatever, or translation issues that they had to iron out, and it started really late. $100 sent via PayPal. And I'll let you know if I actually get that. Future me, put it on screen if I actually ever receive the $100 by the time this video is posted, after this whole beta is over. Okay, thanks, future me. The Fancim Partners Club invitation. Payout rate of 80%. I'm assuming that means 80% cut. Cool. Great. Interesting, I guess. Listen, $100 is $100. And curiosity killed the cat. But man, $100 is $100. So when they said case studies, they meant this. They meant their blog, which is interviews with, honestly, mostly VTubers. Yeah, effective fan management, as if they're like livestock to be managed? But this one stood out to me and my chat when we were looking over this live. Parasocial relationships should be a must. I want it to be a full-time VTuber. You've been using Fancim, I keep calling it Fancim M since before your debut. Have you tried any other services for fan communication? And I need to stress this. I tried using a fan Discord server, but managing it was a bit difficult, so I'm not using it anymore. On Discord, you can see profiles, usernames, and everything. So fans started forming friendships with each other. I'd prefer if it doesn't get too deep. When fan relationships become excessive, it seems to muddy the flow of the broadcast. So, where's the community building that Fancim wants? That's the whole point of a Discord server, is for people to rally around a specific thing that they like because that's what the server's made for, and make friends because they all like the similar things. Or learn new things by meeting new people who have similar interests but different walks of life. It's strange, isn't it? They throw around the word community a lot with these. Now on my side, this is kind of what it looks like. You can manage some parts of your account on the actual, like, website. Most of it, you can't. You can link things like, you know, what platforms you're on, what categories you're in, you know, your birthday, whatever. You can also manage your chat room. And this is what I said by paywall kind of thing. I have my chat room set to open as I am part of this paid beta program. I'll talk about the paid beta program in a minute. Coded. People need a code to enter your chat room. So you can distribute a code through like special events or something so that only certain people have access to your chat room. Entry ticket. People gotta pay to get in. This is a monthly bill. People have to pay to get into your chat room and talk to you. Chat ticket. Anyone can enter your chat room, but to talk, they have to pay a monthly subscription. Yeah, and I'm assuming you can set the pay whatever, but I'm not doing that. I don't even really want to look into that. What the pay split is? They didn't tell me. All I know is that their pay split for their bigger partners is like 80%. That's all I know. The other thing we gotta talk about is challenges. They're not challenges. They're sponsorships, with extra steps. Essentially, you select one of these, and you basically ask your chat room to be like, hey, go sign up for this or whatever, or, you know, do this thing that they're asking you to do, and I will get paid. In shots. The in-app currency. Here's the other thing, it's all in Korean still. A lot of these are still just Korean-specific. Yeah, it's sponsorship with extra steps. So let's talk about the app itself now. The app itself is basically just like an instant messenger app. It feels very similar to just straight-up texting people in a group chat. You can have nice, pretty backgrounds? I like it. You have to upload the image custom yourself. So I made it on my phone, or on my PC, and then I put it on my Discord, downloaded it on my phone, and then I set it up. What I'm using to show you guys is actually BlueStacks. It runs fine on BlueStacks, by the way. Yeah, you get an invite link, or you can actually just, I think someone had to straight up search my name. Which again, if you're looking for people, like, you have to just kind of search. They do have, like, a recommended thing. I am specifically showing this group of messages from when I was streaming earlier, and everyone who had signed up was reacting live in this chat. Yeah, it's interesting. We did get animal pics. Yeah, right there. The fucking second person down. Yeah, we got animal pics. Hell yeah. There's also a picture of a pizza later on. Fuck yeah. Trying to hype up the actually good stuff this does. But yeah, this is very much K-pop idol culture, but monetizing the extra side part of it. If you're really into the boyfriend-girlfriend experience, this could make you money. I guess. But that's, again, super extra hella parasocial! And not healthy! Especially for the fan. That is especially not healthy for the fan. And keep in mind, none of them know what the other is talking about, except for if they saw it live on my stream. But other than that, it is actually quite smooth to work with. You, as a person, can upload multiple things. An album, you can just turn on camera, you can make a video, you can mention people, you can join Ring Me, which I'll talk about in a goddamn second. You can do audio and challenges, which I'm putting the challenge thing before, so you know what that is. That's just sponsorship with extra steps. Now, no one can see what anyone else types until you make something public. For example, right here, but this has to be so confusing on your end, because you got a bunch of unrelated messages mixing together. I've made that public. Everyone can see that IP has said this. If chat is moving fast, because someone is obsessively texting, yeah, it's gonna be weird like that. And again, if you reply to someone, like right here I'm replying to Squishy, only Squishy is seeing that message. No one else sees a reply if I directly hold and reply. Oh, there is also a translate feature on here, which actually does have quite a few languages, which is kind of nice. And then that top button is how you make a post public. You can also like things, so people can like your posts and stuff as well. Behind the scenes, it looks a little bit more like this. God damn it, Cypress, you ass. He knows I'm recording this right now. You can see exactly who's in here. You can make announcements, customize the chat room, although that opens the browser, which you then have to sign in on the browser, and it's super good and totally not weird, and awkward to use. Challenge announcements, again, sponsorships. Welcome chat message, which I actually quite like. And you can just be like, hey, here's the ground rules, right? Hello, new person. Here's the rules. Welcome to my house. So it ends up looking like this. I should make that into a silly chat bubble above my head. That would look really funny. I'm gonna edit that later. Room type, which again boots you over to the whole, hey, choose what room you want. Thanks, which is just your stickers. Locked users, hidden users, and this thing that I really like called screenshot warning. This is really fucking nice. It can automatically detect when someone's trying to take a screenshot of whatever's on their screen. So if you don't want your messages getting leaked, it'll do this. And yeah, it's, God, that's nice, and it's sad that it's required. Like, that we even need to think about needing that. As I said a little bit before, the things you can post. Welcome to Ring Me. This is a one-on-one call. As in, people can call you, and you charge them for the call. Again, keep in mind, one shot is 10 cents, and these are the completely unedited versions of what it automatically recommends. Parasocial, parasocial. It's not, yeah. If you are in my thing, which I probably do still have installed on my phone when the time this video is posted, please keep sending me pictures of your animals, and plants, and memes, and stuff. Pretty please. We do have, upon, arriving into this, we actually did get set up with, Calvin support, who I immediately started dumping a bunch of questions on, and Calvin, if you are there, or even if you're multiple people going under the fake name of Calvin, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. But yeah, they gave us a little help, dude. It could be a bunch of people just going under the name of Calvin, and he actually was, like, genuinely replying. Yeah, this is nice. This is real nice. And they send tips and tricks every day, which you can tell that there's other people here, because I didn't put a heart there in that middle message. I didn't do that. That means there's at least 5 other people here that I don't know, that I can't see. So if someone else is asking a really good question, I won't know what the answer is. I won't even know if that question is something I should be worried about. But then I was like, okay, well, this is all neat and cool, seeing it from, the perspective of, oh, well, this is my chat, right? The little Star Cat Club. What about from a fan's perspective? So I actually went on Blue Sky and Twitter and searched up Fancim to see if anyone remotely English-speaking or English-typing could, had one of these chats. And I found this person. who, shout out to this person, their design is super cute. Look how goddamn fluffy. And, you know, fuck yeah, cat pics, but this has been going on for a while. And I was just like, hey, you know, I just got invited to the beta today, wanted to check it out, love your design, have a great day. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know. Aside from the small UI tweak of, I think usernames should be better visible, with, like, having at least a box behind them or something. I don't know. Better UI colors, maybe. It's just... yeah. And you can search for other people. I have not had the search work for me, but also notice that most of these are in Korean. How many other English people signed up? Hello? Am I alone? Again? So, listen, I don't want to, like, shit on this too hard. I will say the pros, but I also will continue to say the cons. Pros, it can be free. It can be invite-only, and it can be paid-only. It's got a simple UI, and it straight up just feels like you're texting, like a group of people. And it already has a relatively large user base. Custom chat backgrounds will always be good, and you cannot change my mind. And their logo is purple. I like purple. I like purple. Now for the cons. It is mobile only and does not work well on tablets. It is functional on tablets, but it doesn't mean it works well. Their site, their support, and some things are still partially untranslated to their original Korean. This is just straight up parasocial. This is, hey, cultivate parasocial relationships with your fans. We've had some sign-up issues. Two of, like, a handful of people have had bad sign-up issues. One of them, it could be, you know, on the side of, you know, being in a country where this app is probably not supported. Another is just, it was trying to add extra numbers into a phone number, because you do need a phone number for verification on this. The already large user base doesn't necessarily really matter. No one's gonna go searching for a new Oshi. That's outside stats, but that is honestly partially true. People don't tend to hop from one streamer or Oshi to another unless they are personally recommended by the person they're already following. So, the existing user base doesn't necessarily help you out. The existing user base is also mainly Korean. And because this is built based on K-pop/idol culture, they have the same values of you can't date anyone, no tattoos, that kind of thing. The whole purity standards and all of that. And it's toxic, not healthy, bad, actually. Fans can only see what they call us celebrities, but whatever the content creator's message is. So they can't talk to each other, so there's no actual community building, there is no connection between fans. If each fan is a piece of string, it's just a piece of string tied to you and not to each other. So you're not building a net. You just got a bunch of pieces of string. So I don't know where they're getting this whole community thing from. Now, granted, if this is something you want to do, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to stop you. It's, you know, it's your own choice on what you want to cultivate as a content creator. Sure, whatever. However, man, I don't know. Something about it just rubs me the wrong way. It just doesn't feel ethical, because this is definitely going to prey upon the people who are severely socially anxious, who are way, way, way too into a certain person / content creator, who have, like, you know, that parasocial relationship in mind. It's going to prey on the people who are severely chronically lonely, probably the people with severe depression who are mentally ill. It doesn't feel good. And I say this as a disabled, mentally ill, you know, person who is not okay. This doesn't feel good. I think they have maybe a okay starting idea, and it's functional, but it's not good. In the end, it simply boils down to monetize your parasocial relationship, prey on lonely, isolated fans, and there is no actual way to build a community because no one can talk to each other. It's up to you if you use it. If you do, good luck, but I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel right. And I'm saying this as someone who, yeah, I joined it so I could get the $100. Future me, tell me if I actually got paid for this. And this video isn't coming out until after the whole thing is done. But even as a paid beta tester, I don't know, man. This doesn't feel right.